Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the FB4 Daily. This is your Saturday night show. I'm on my own tonight. No guests tonight. They're all off doing, I don't know, they're busy. They're doing stuff, so fair play to them. Tonight, it's a viewer's agenda. We haven't done one of these in a while, so basically anything you have, throw it in there, whether it's football, non-football, random, Liverpool, Everton, whatever you like, absolutely throw it in there. Not Red is straight in, says Evening Reds. Evening Not Red, how are you? Have you anything from me tonight? If you have anything at all, just throw it in and we'll see how we get on. I suppose the game tomorrow, we have to talk about that. I'm going to stick with me 2-1 prediction. I think I am. I'm going to stick with me 2-1 prediction and see how we get on with that. If you have your prediction for tomorrow, absolutely throw it at me. Also, we have a charity bet that we have to put on before kick-off tomorrow. So if you have any recommendations on that, I'm going to pick one bet this week, possibly two. So it'll be one or possibly two. I'd like to go with one and put the whole 20 quid on it. But if we can get two good ones in there, try go for something that's realistic, lads. Absolutely something that's realistic. And if we can get it going, we'd be absolutely delighted. We need to win more money. I think we've won little or nothing so far. So get it in there and we'll see how we get on. Anyone watch Everton earlier? That was good, wasn't it? I watched most of the second half, and Brighton were poor. Everton looked good. Calvert-Lewin come on. Everton looked better. Scored. Thought, Jesus, they're going to get a win here. After it wasn't a decent result they got last week as well against West Ham. I thought they're going to get a win here. All of a sudden, Brighton got a splurge of energy from somewhere. They get an equaliser through a penalty, which I think it went to VAR. I kind of left the room and came back in, and it was 2-2. And then Luke Dean sticks one in his own net in the 92nd or 3rd minute, which was comical to say the least. Andre Gomez was an absolute disgrace, just to let you know that, by the way, for that goal. He's just trotting back as if not a care in the world, and he just literally decided, I'm not chasing that fella. I really couldn't be arsed. But it was good crack to see. I see Sheffield United got a decent draw away at West Ham. Watford drew with Bournemouth, is that right? If I can remember right. Nordred says, any update on Hendo? Can't decide on this midfield for tomorrow. Haven't heard an update. Did hear something the other day. Somebody was saying he was a doubt. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't even seen Klopp give an update on him. He has given updates on Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he gave an update on Matip. Everyone else seemed okay. Paddy says, Gav, 3-1 tomorrow, Salah, Bobby and Mane. Is that the bet? Is that a bet you're putting towards me? 3-1 with Salah, Bobby and Mane all to score. I'll have a look at the odds. I'm sure Ian from Paddy Power will get me the odds on that tomorrow if needs be. But look, it's a big game. It's a huge game. City won today. They were held till half time, and then they done Aston Villa. Fernandinho got his red card. He'll be out of possibly a League Cup game, I think, during the week against Southampton, if I'm right. He will miss that. So, yeah, they won. Leicester had a massive win last night, as we've seen. Chelsea had a good win this afternoon. Do Arsenal play tomorrow? They probably do. Arsenal, United, I don't even know who they have. I think United are away to Norwich, if I remember rightly. But, look, yeah, it was a good day as a football. I was kind of watching bits and pieces as I went along. It was interesting. It was absolutely interesting. Paddy says 3-1 tomorrow, all to score. Now, Paddy, do you want to do all them to score as a bet, or would you like it to do a 3-1 with all them to score? Because that would be a considerable odds on that, I'd say. Let me see. Nordred says, wonder if Klopp is trying to protect him as his form's iffy. That's with regards to Henderson. Maybe so. His form has been iffy. I'm one of Jordan Henderson's biggest fans. I really appreciate what he does for the team. I think he's very selfless in what he does. So I do have a lot of time for him. Could he be protecting him? Yeah, he could be. He could absolutely be. But we'll have to wait and see tomorrow. I would like them to be fit. I really, really would. Because I just think he does such an important job there. Like Nordred says there, I think Mo is going to run riot tomorrow. I just have a feeling. For him to run riot, you need the midfielder that's on the right side of that tree to be absolutely on top form, protecting everything else. Chris Brack is in. He says, good evening, Gav. Good evening, Chris. How are you, my man? I hope you are well. But listen, I'd love Mo to run riot tomorrow. I absolutely would. I don't have him down for scoring, I don't think. I think I have Firmino and I think I have Keita. I feel Keita might come off the bench and get a goal. I think that's my prediction for tomorrow. But, Paddy, if you can verify that you want 3-1 as a correct score with them 3 players to score, I will definitely have a look at the odds. And if nothing else comes in, I can go with that bet. I absolutely can. I'm looking for suggestions tonight, so it's up to you to come up with the suggestions, and we'll see where we go. Stephen Mack, that's usually on the chat at night, he won't be getting his 4-1 prediction and the bet on it this week. We have an agreement from last week where if it didn't happen, he wasn't allowed to ask me to basically ask for 4-1 again. What else have we got? Anything else happening in the world of football today? Not really. Nothing really happening there. England won in the rugby. They beat New Zealand. Big surprise there. Could be an all Northern Hemisphere final. Does anybody fancy that? Wales and South Africa, I think, in the next semi-final. We'll have to wait and see on that as well. But look, if you have anything else, throw it into the chat and we'll have a talk about it. It's a good point actually. Not Red saying is he trying to protect his form? He could be. It's a very fair point. You know, say there's a little niggling injury, leave him out for a week, get his confidence back. But maybe his confidence, the best thing to his best thing to be would be straight in there and let him get in a game where he wins and his confidence comes back that way. Let me see. Carl Duff says Liverpool to win and Salah to score a pen. I like the Liverpool to win bit, but let's say Henderson's out. Carl, do we go with Milner in midfield? And if we do, you know who's taking the penalty. It's absolutely James Milner. So that could be one. You never know. That could come true, but it might depend on this Henderson doubt that North Red is talking about. North Red asks who's on Lovren to start tomorrow. I am. I think he absolutely starts. I seen a story earlier that Joe Gomez is considering leaving Liverpool. It's complete another horseshit, I'd say. But he's considering leaving Liverpool because he's frustrated by his lack of game time. And, you know, Arsenal and Spurs are thought to be interested. Stuff like that. I think it's just a makey up kind of article. Just someone was bored on a Saturday afternoon, basically. But I think if Matip doesn't make it, I think Lovren's a shoe-in to start. I really, really do. But Lovren's worst game for Liverpool for me was against Spurs at Wembley that time, so it's a bit of for some, no for other bits of it. Chris Brack has Alisson, Trent, Lovren, VVD, Robbo, Gini, Fabinho, Chamberlain, Salah, Firmino, Mane, Gini on the right to do that job that Henderson usually does. 2-0 Salah and Origi, repeat of the Champions League final. It's not a bad one. I think one of the specials up on Paddy Power today might be something along the lines of Liverpool to win and Origi to score the last goal. I think there might be something there. Chris also says Fabinho to be yellow carded tomorrow, so he's suspended for the League Cup versus Arsenal. I think, listen, I've seen something earlier. He might be 3.5 to 1 to be carded. It's buying money. It's absolutely buying money. Mirror saying Gomez's performance and training is why he isn't starting, says Chris. Oh, didn't read that. I did see something earlier. Do you know what? It might have been on, like, you know, the score apps that you have when you're checking up the scores during the day and stuff like that, and you get these notifications to say, you know, this is on, and or these little, I suppose, articles are being written by people. I'll see if I can find it to see who wrote it, but I can't see anything in it. Let me see. Not Red says either way, Fabinho yellow card or rest him for Villa. We need him for Man City, and he could do with a break. Listen, if you could get a booking tomorrow late on when we're 3-0 up, and he gets the League Cup out of the way, you have no problem with that. Traz is asking, don't suspensions in the Premier League only apply to the Premier League now? I'm not too sure on that. Someone may have to go and check that. But I will say that we're speaking about this suspension possibility probably 2 weeks ago. Ray Dickinson, our resident Scouser, he was saying that he needs Fabinho to pick something up. And he was saying pick it up in the Spurs game because he would miss the Arsenal game. I think a 1-game ban applies in domestic cups as well. I could be wrong, Traz. If you want to go and have a look at that, absolutely go and have a look at it. I can't at the moment while I'm live on here, but if anybody wants to have a look at regarding suspensions, 5 cards in the league, what do you be suspended for? Because if it was a case of a league only, he would miss Villa next week. He would probably miss Arsenal because I don't see him playing in it. And then Fernandinho would miss a league game next week. Chris Brack says, no, suspension applied to all domestic competitions. Yeah, I thought that myself. But listen, I'll take both your word on it because I don't know any better. I'm just here talking to you lads, to be honest with you. Any other random stuff, any random questions? It's Saturday night. There has to be some random questions out there. Any football and things you've seen today that amused you, or apart from everything, which amused people greatly? I walked back into the room to find Brighton taking a penalty, and I did hear the commentator saying, oh no, for me it was a definite penalty. Was there some sort of rigmarole going on about this penalty? Was VAR involved? Did VAR show up and say, no ref, you're absolutely right, and stuff like that? People will have to let me know on that. Northred says if he doesn't get booked in play, he should pull the shorts down and moon the ref. Do you know what? Score to make it 3-0 at the Cop end in the 93rd minute. Take your jersey off and run over and hug someone on the front row of the Cop. Guaranteed yellow. And you're like, absolutely brilliant. But I will say, haven't people been done for deliberately getting booked, i.e. Sergio Ramos? And I think it was in a Champions League game away at